so many technical difficulties.
Hi guys. We have had a lot of mic issues in the last 2 months of our lives, but yeah, hopefully you guys can hear us. We will slowly wait for people to come on.
And we've had so many people volunteer to help us with the mic issues and actively come over and set up the microphones.
Yep.
And episode 5, still not working.
It's okay. It's okay.
Yes, it is.
So we're going to share our live really quick on a couple pages. Share the link. That'd be cool.
Yeah. Oh, it says that we're live. When you go on there, it says live right under our picture.
What's up?
That's pretty cool.
What's up? Oh, technical difficulties. Technology, we apparently just aren't good at, and it's really making us very angry at this point. So,
you know what's really funny is my parents, who are boomers, no offense to boomers, but not technologically savvy, they think that I am so smart.
You are so smart.
They think I'm very tech savvy. And sometimes I think I am. And then when I deal with this, I realize I'm not.
Technology sucks. That's okay.
Yeah.
Dustin, can you hear us right now? I'm hoping you can hear us at least. Our mics were not working, but good evening. Hopefully you can hear us, you guys. Hopefully you can hear us. It'll be good. We're sharing. We're good. Yep. Good to go. All right.
It's not as easy to share as you'd think.
It's not. We have a lot to talk about tonight. We're running, about 30 minutes behind. No big deal. Oh, you can hear us. Good. Excellent. Thank you for that. Appreciate that.
Yeah, let's do this. Let's do this.
Cheers.
Cheers.
I'm gonna grab my fancy drink with you. Hang on.
There we go.
She made us wine slushies. How amazing do these look?
And I don't know if you can see, they have not melted all the way, even though we've been in here for 45 minutes working on technical difficulties.
She's delicious. She made these. They're delicious. So
if you want the recipe, it was just 8 ounces of Moscato and 4 strawberries. And then I filled 2 of these cups with ice, crushed ice, and I just blended it.
Delicious. I could eat ice while we do this. It's amazing. My teeth are cold. All right, let's do this. So, you want to start, Ash?
Sure.
With our list of things we're going to talk about tonight.
So, something we wanted to talk about is things we would tell our younger selves. And the reason is, I think the older we get, the more kind of I don't know if you want to call them regrets, because some people are like, no regrets, no matter what. I definitely have some, though. Yeah. But we look back on our lives and the way that we've handled certain situations, and we're like, I wish I would have known, I wish someone would have told me. Or maybe someone told you and you didn't listen to them. And so I think for me, and we've talked about this a little bit in the past, but something I would tell my younger self is you're destined for so much more than you think. And you have so much more potential than you believe. Because I can look back on situations where other people saw great things in me, and I just thought that I was ordinary, whatever. I don't know where these people are coming up with this stuff. But when I look back on my life, I can see all of these amazing things that I've done, that people are like, oh my gosh, you've done all of that? And I'm like, oh, is that people don't do all of that?
That's not normal? Okay.
And not that I'm better than anyone else, but I think anyone can look back on their life and say that. Anyone can look back and say, look at all of these things I've accomplished. Yeah. Look at these things that I was afraid to do, but I tried anyway. Or these things that I was forced into that I didn't think I could overcome, but I did. And so I think that would be kind of the biggest piece of advice is you have so much potential and you're going to do so many great things.
I love that. I have a lot that I would say. I think my biggest would be know your worth, know your value, know what you're looking for in life, what you're trying to achieve, your goals, your, aspirations, all that, but stick to it and don't ever dim yourself for other people and careers and relationships and friendships. If you have to act a different way, which we'll talk about that later too, but if you have to act a different way in any situation in your life, I understand being professional and stuff in your business, but like, be yourself and really lean into that, and don't try to change yourself for other people. It never ends well. Don't do that. So I think that's my biggest one, is just always be yourself and be confident in that, and know what you bring to the table, and it's okay to be confident and not have to dull your shine in life. And there's a lot of people that are very uncomfortable with people that are confident and sure of themselves, and don't dim yourself. It's stupid. So that's what I would say.
I agree.
Yeah.
For me, similarly, it would be stop trying to fit in with people that you don't fit in with.
Yeah.
It's like, stop trying to, if you're at that point where you were saying, like, you have to act differently, oh, I have to be careful what I say because I don't want to be too much, or I don't want to be whatever.
Bring it
these
down.
These are not, if you have to bring yourself down to fit with those people, those are not the people for you.
It's so refreshing just to be yourself in life, and just be you. Like, that's a great thing. And I mean, not everybody should be themselves, but
some people should be better.
But that's for another day.
Well, I think about, okay, you guys know Laura here, right? She's so beautiful, and she has such a kind heart, and she has so many friends. Everybody just loves her and whatever. And so you have this thing in your mind, this vision of like this beautiful fitness whatever, and you think that she's like sophisticated, which she is, and well-spoken, which she is. And then I meet her, and she does things like and she says things like, I feel like I look like a gremlin, and she's just so silly and funny. And so you just don't expect that, I think, when you see somebody who's like so beautiful. You just don't think they're going to be so down to earth, but she is. So cheers.
This is just a love fest today. That's fine. Let's just talk about each other. It's great. It makes me feel so good. Let's talk about our friendships, especially ours. I feel like friends that you surround yourself with should really be able to tell you the hard truths. And if you have friends that are always, and positivity is a great thing, but if you have friends that are always like, yes, you're doing everything exactly how you should, like, yes, and really you're making some stupid ass choices, or doing certain things that you probably shouldn't be doing, or not talking to someone that isn't good for you and for your well-being and for your nervous system. Having those friends that are like, what are you doing? And having those hard conversations. Because I think with true friendship and relationships, it shouldn't be hard to be like, hey, like, I love you, but let's talk about this. Like, why do you feel like you are doing this? Or, it's good to have someone that's willing to tell you the truth and not be scared that they're going to hurt your feelings or have resentment towards you. Or, in true friendships, you're going to be able to take that and be like, wow, you're right. Or at least take it in and take it into consideration. You're really good about that. She's really good about that.
I try to be very gentle, but I'm like, no.
Yeah. No. She's really good with there's a lot. There's a lot that she says to me personally that I'm like, thank you, Ash. Like, she has my back, and she wants the best for me. So having those friends in your life that just, they have your back, and your family and your friends and your relationships, like, you want to be surrounded by people that will tell you the hard truth sometimes, and it's a beautiful thing. What do you feel about that?
Nate says, don't get too tipsy. Don't tell me what to do, Nate. I'm going to do...
This is basically ice right now that we're eating, so it's
I do have wine on deck over here, though.
So do I. So we're good, don't you? We have a lot to talk about, so...
But, back to the point anyway.
Yeah.
So friends being willing to tell you hard truths.
Mm-hmm.
I was a part of a small circle of people where we had one person, she was kind of the ringleader. She made horrible decisions, and she was very self-centered, and nothing was ever her fault. It was always somebody else's fault. And imagine the friend who's like, oh my God, my boyfriend is such a jerk. Like, I fell asleep and didn't show up to our date and he got really mad at me. But, like, I was tired. And, like, her friend would be like, yeah, like, you're allowed to be tired. Like, just the kind of friend that takes your side no matter what, even when you're completely wrong.
Yeah.
Like, on one hand, I'm like, there's something good to loyalty and having somebody's back. But on the other hand, it's like, no, that person needs called out. That person needs, hey, you know, you really, how would you feel if somebody fell? That's like a totally made up thing.
No, but
like, how would you feel
that,
if that was you? And how would you feel if, you know, he did that to you? You would feel disrespected. You would feel like you're not a priority.
You're good at that. You're good at saying, like, if I were to say something and you wouldn't, if you think it could have been handled differently, you'd be like, Laura, like, yeah, how would you feel? Like, think about, you know, putting yourself in his shoes, and was that kind? Or, you know, I don't know. You're really good about that. Just being like, no, that's actually not great, but you do you.
Something, because I try to be really gentle, be like, one thing you could try next time.
Yeah.
XYZ, and they're like, oh my God, like, that's a really good idea.
Yeah.
I just have to do those things when it's me.
Yeah.
I'm really good at giving the advice to other people.
Yeah.
I'm not, well, I shouldn't really say, I was going to say I'm not really good at taking my own advice, but I haven't had any situations where I've needed, not that I haven't needed any advice, but my life is just kind of boring right now. And so when you have like exciting things happening and you're like, I don't know what to do with this, I just don't have anything going on.
You have a lot going on. Well, don't be.
I feel like I have nothing
going on. She's a silly goose.
One of my friends asked me yesterday what's new, and I was like, I've been watching a lot of Once Upon a Time lately on Disney Plus. I'm in season 3.
You're still doing a lot.
I am very
silly.
I'm making wine slushies.
She made me dinner. It was delicious.
And I even tracked all the calories. You don't even know this, but I also made this dessert, and I tracked the calories on that. So, and I already loaded it in my app, and I still had all those extra calories after the dessert. I haven't even eaten.
Dang. She's on her health and wellness journey right now, everybody, and I'm very proud of her. She's doing amazing. So,
and we'll get to some health and wellness stuff in a little bit.
We have a lot to talk about.
So,
master punchlines. Let's talk about master punchlines. How do you feel about master punchlines?
So I saw this TikTok that was this girl, and maybe I'll find it and we can share it on our page later. But this girl was asking the TikTok world, like, what are the master punchlines that everybody uses? And she said, and I'm thinking, what's a master punchline? And she's like, it's a punchline you can say that always works. Like, that's what she said, was the example that she used. You can always say it in any context, it works, and it's funny.
Yeah.
And she talked about another one that she uses with her family, and it's, I think you know. And you have to do that face when you say it, and you would say it in a context where somebody asks you a question that there's no way they would possibly know the answer, and you would say, I think you know. And she used the example of, like, say that you're outside for a walk, and you look down, and there's, like, a giant hole in the ground, and some other person comes up and is like, what's that hole there for? And you go, I think you know. Like, I was like, that is so funny. I want to start using that.
I like it.
So I sent it to my dad and my sisters because we have a lot of punchlines that we use, and we were at like a meeting. We're going on a cruise in a month, and we were at a meeting, and my dad was like, "Wait, how do you blah 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 blah?" And I'm like, "I think you know." And so it's really good to use when someone asks any question. I like that one a lot.
I've used this for years. I use "you won't" to everything because people will be like, "Oh man, that pizza looks so good, I can eat the whole thing." You won't. There's a lot you can say that too.
It's almost like a dare.
Oh, that's why I love it. Cause I'm like, let's see you. Or, yeah, I mean, I love dares. I love like challenging people to things. So, you won't. That's one of my favorites. But that's what she said. We both say that a lot.
We do. And the first time that my daughter said it, she was 12, and I looked at her and I go, "Do you know what that means?" She goes, I was like ashamed and proud at the same time, you know. So another one that my family uses, I'm not quite as religious these days as I used to be, I'd say barely religious. I love Jesus, but all of the crap that comes with it, I'm not into anymore. I was very religious for a long time, like 25 years. And my dad would say something, and I would be like, that's not true. And he'd be like, it's in the Bible. And I'm like, that is not in the Bible. And he's like, oh yeah, it's lie till you die. That's the Spitler way. It's in the Bible. And I'm like, it's not in the Bible. So anytime my dad says something and I question the validity of what he's saying, he says, it's in the Bible. You can't really argue it. And I'll be like, I just looked in the Bible. It's not in there. And he'll be like, it's in 2 Rick 2:4. And I'm like, okay.
Your dad's funny.
It's not in my Bible, but it's in his Bible. So, you know.
I love that.
Yeah, my dad is funny.
I'm going back to the regular one now.
Me too, because I ran out of the other one. Another one that the girl had on the TikTok was, she said, that was my nickname in high school. And she didn't even give an example. She just said, you'll know when to use it. So, I love that.
All right, next we're gonna do some dating stuff. So we are talking about how much effort do you put in on a first date. There's a lot that goes with this. There's, what to wear, like for women, what to wear, makeup, hair, stuff. I'll let you start and kind of there's a lot that goes into a first date, and like effort meaning where to go, what to wear, how long to spend together. There's a lot. So, Ash, what would you say?
It's kind of like there's kind of two sides to it for me, because when I first went through my divorce and I was on dating apps, first date, we'd talk through the app, we'd be all excited, whatever. First date, eyeliner was a special occasion, okay? So I'm doing eyeliner, I'm doing the wings, I'm doing contour, like the whole 9 yards. I'm restyling my hair for this date. I'm wearing like the cutest outfit ever. And I would meet these people and they would be complete duds. And then I also realized this is the hottest I can possibly look, and it's all downhill from here. So for me, I found myself putting too much effort into my appearance on the first date. So then I scaled it back and I'm like, okay, I'm still going to do my makeup, I'm still going to do my hair, still going to dress cute, but I'm not going to go to the nines. Correct. It's going to be like, I'm meeting someone for the first time. We don't know if we like each other. We don't know if we connect. But on the flip side, there was a guy that I had been talking to for like 2 weeks through Facebook. He just slid into the DMs and I was like, okay, cool. And I felt like there was really something there. And I actually wore this dress on our first date, actually. Not that you guys can see the bottom, but it's floral. And I came to see you at a Dose event prior to the date. And he texted me an hour before the date and said, how should I dress? And I said, wear whatever you're comfortable in, which is true. And he said, are gym shorts okay? No, gym shorts are not okay.
What did you say back?
I said, you wear whatever you want to wear. I said, I just want you to wear whatever you want to wear, but just so you know, I'm dressed up because I'm out at another event, before this. Is it plugged in?
It is.
Okay. So...
Just make sure it's... Okay.
Is it charging? Can we see?
I can't see.
Shit. Oh.
It's okay.
But anyways, so he asked me if he could wear gym shorts. The short answer is no, but the short answer is also yes, because you can wear whatever you want.
Yeah.
But I'm like, if I tell you, well, number one, if I tell you that I'm dressed up and you wear gym shorts, that makes kind of both of us look really stupid. But number two, if I'm not even worth the effort of taking off elastic band gym shorts to put on a real pair of pants, like that just kind of shows where the bar is being set. And he did end up not wearing gym shorts. He did end up wearing like the khaki material, and they were plaid. You could tell they were really old, like he probably had them for like 15, 20 years, literally. But I'm also like, whatever, I don't know his life, like maybe he doesn't value clothes, like that's okay. But at least he put in more effort and didn't wear the gym shorts. But even asking the question made me realize like the bar is so low for this guy.
Yeah.
Like the amount of effort that he's gonna put in that he would even consider gym shorts on a first date.
Yeah. So I don't really care too much about clothing, to be honest, I mean, I'll try. I mean, I don't put a ton of extra effort into like my looks because I mostly look like a gremlin most days. I'm a trainer. I'm training all day. I don't need to look any certain way. So, for me, for a first date, it's really almost like not an interview, but like you're getting to know that person. So I would rather look a little bit more like myself than super done up because that's just not who I am. So I would rather, look more laid back. I usually wear like a dress that I'm comfortable in, still look presentable, but one piece of clothing, easy peasy, that sounds weird. Easy access.
It sounds like you're not wearing underwear. One piece of clothing.
Anywho, no, I just want to be like cozy, but not like super done up. You know what I mean? So that way, yeah, like you said, it's all downhill from there. If I show up like full hair and makeup, like.
Then he falls in love with you on the first date.
Like, what the hell happened to that?
Then he sees you looking like a gremlin, and he's like, what happened to the other girl?
I want that. Shit. Take that back. Hang on. But yeah, and then when it comes to first dates, I think if for men, the actual first date, man, there could be some mother effing game changers out there. There's people that, I think my biggest thing with first dates, and we've talked about this, and this is a good pointer for all you men out there, I'm just going to say it. If we are going on a first date, which I will not be going on any more first dates, but if I were to go on a first date and they say to me, what do you want to do? I don't like that. It's like, I need someone that's just like, hey, I made the plans, we're going here, like whatever. That to me shows they are interested, they know what the hell they want, they know what they're doing, they take control, it's perfect, and I feel like you probably are the same way. I mean, when it comes to dating.
I think there are probably women who like to be in control and like to be the decision maker. Mm-hmm. But
everyone's different, for sure.
We make so many decisions. Like, we both are entrepreneurs and we're in charge of our household, single moms. We're in charge of our children. We're in charge of our business and scheduling and, booking people for whatever. For me, it's gigs. For you, it's, personal appointments and Zoom calls. And we have so much to be in charge of that, like, picking where we're going on a date, I don't want to pick that.
No.
So I will say, can you please just pick? If they don't proactively say, like, I'll pick a place.
Yeah.
And I don't mind if they say, what kind of food do you like, or is there anything you don't like? Because I don't prefer, like, Mediterranean cuisine. Like, I like Great Leaf Express, but I don't like Beirut. Is
not my jam.
I was told I just got the wrong stuff there.
We need to go there.
So
I'll change your mind. Yeah, we do. So freaking good.
Okay,
I'll change your mind.
But I'll try anywhere. So I went on a date. I've only been on one date this year. Last year, the end of the year, my last first date last year. It's a lot of lasts. He asked if I liked Indian food, and I said, I've never had Indian food. I would love to try it. And I loved everything that he ordered.
It's so good.
And I was like, oh my gosh, how have I been missing out on this my whole life,
I think it's great.
But it's like a man saying, I know a great place that I would love to take you. And I'm like, yes, please take me to that place.
Hell yes. And I think after the first date, like, I love planning dates too, and I love doing that kind of stuff, but I think first date, like, if a guy's interested, he's gonna make the effort,
Yeah.
Simple as that.
Well, in the Indian food guide, the dinner part went so well that he was like, would you like to go do something after this? And I was like, yes, I would. And he was like, why don't we go to Stockbusters? And I'm like, yes, except if we go there, they're having an open jam right now. I'm going to know a ton of people. Is that going to be okay? But it was like he just made a decision.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh,
so refreshing.
I love not having to make decisions. I make so many decisions.
It is nice. I agree.
I'm going to hold on to mine the whole time. I'm going to run out, and then I'm going to be sad because
you can have some
I'm out of drink.
Yeah, frozen drink. You can still have that. Oh, really? Don't mind?
This is what
sharing
best
is
friends are for.
caring.
Sharing is caring.
You made it for me, so. What else? Oh, so we were talking about, being real and being yourself. Once again, in relationships, being real from the beginning, being very honest, and not too honest. You don't want to be like, this is everything, but like just but being honest with yourself, being true to yourself, and not showing up to a date with a different persona, or like acting like you're super duper bubbly and outgoing when you really are an introvert. It's hard to keep up that act if you are not a certain personality type. You know what I mean? So I think always being your true self, once again, is such a great thing, because if you're acting the same way with everyone in your life, in every situation, you are who you are, and you don't have to sit there and, be this way with someone. Or, I used to be in a few jobs where I was asked to bring down my personality, or bring down my energy, or not talk too much to... It happened a lot, especially in the medical field. They were like, you talk too much to patients, and I'm like, I love them, so I'm allowed to. But it's really, it's really great in life. I think her and I both are in spots where we can be our mother effing true selves, and it's such a great feeling to just not have to dull ourselves, and if anyone tries to do that to us, we are not changing.
Well, I think that when you're on dating apps, especially, or you're just in the talking stage with someone that maybe you've only met once and you don't really know how your personalities click, I think there's this tendency to overthink how we respond to things. And so I know I've got multiple friends who will turn to ChatGPT and say, here's what he said, like, what should I say back?
Yeah.
Or, we do this all the time, sending screenshots to each other, like, what do I say to this? And it's great to, like, have those things to help us, especially if we're not totally understanding what they're saying, or we're having trouble interpreting what they're saying, or whatever. But I think if we do it too much, we lose our real self. And, like, what would I actually say in this situation? Like, sometimes you know how you feel, and you just don't know how to put it into words that are coherent.
Yeah.
Like our one friend in our little group chat, she just like word vomits into ChatGPT, and then ChatGPT makes it like make sense. And so like there's that. But when it's the other side of, I don't know what to say, like what should I respond to this? Then you're having somebody else fill in the gap for you instead of just being you. Because if somebody asks me like, I don't know what this means, what do I say? I would just say, I would tell them, I don't know what that is supposed to mean.
Yeah,
and then be honest. Like, I don't understand what that is saying. And I have one friend who will straight up call it out, and like if somebody's being like flirty, sneaky, or whatever, and he's not sure, he'll be like, are you flirting with me? Like, he'll just like straight up call it out. Like, are you saying this? And then the girl's like, oh no.
Well, no, it's good though. It's good to ask questions and communicate, and that way
ask for clarity if you don't know.
Yeah, absolutely. But being yourself is a wonderful thing. So
I'm all about communication.
I know, we both are.
That's who we are. To toot my own horn, I got my bachelor's degree from Ohio State, from the Ohio State University, in communications. And so anytime that I have fights with any ex, and it's a communication issue, I'm just like, look, I know how to communicate.
You do.
If there's one thing that I'm good at, it is this.
Yeah.
And we have a breakdown, and here is how we fix it.
Yeah.
And some people just don't want to communicate.
No, I agree.
They just want to sit in silence or go in circles
or avoid conversation.
Yes.
Let's talk about our kids. We'll do a little parenting section here. So we are going to talk about instilling body positivity with our kids, and also when it comes to like complimenting and that kind of stuff. You want to start?
I can start. Yeah.
Okay,
So I'm very body positive. I'm not the most body positive right now as I've ever been, because I just have been not doing my best on my health journey. But I'm back on track now.
You are.
Thanks to my good friend Laura here and my own decisions. But I try really hard to instill that body positivity into my kids, specifically my daughter, but also my son. I'll ask Gabe, do you know how cute you are? And he's like, no. And I'm like, no, but it's like so cute. And he's like, no, I'm ugly. And I'm like, okay, maybe if it's like opposite day. Like, have you seen your freckles? Like, I try to really build him up. And I have a friend, Wendy, who lives out of state. And she's the most positive, complimenting person I've ever met. And she will call me, and I'll have Noella, my daughter, in the car with me. And my friend Wendy I'll answer the phone, and she'll be like, hello. And she'll be like, how are you guys so hot? And we just laugh. And she's like, no, Noella, like, do you know that it's uncomfortable? Like, how beautiful you are? Like, it's actually rude. Like, that's how she, like, builds up.
I love that.
And it's so cute, like, to tell someone you're uncomfortably beautiful.
Yeah.
Like, I need to leave the room. Like, that level of, like, building them up. Even if they're feeling bad about themselves, they can't not smile and laugh and think, maybe I am beautiful. Like, maybe I am, you know?
Yeah.
So I try to really instill that. And I think all girls get to an age where they look in the mirror and they go, what's this belly? And they look from the side and they go like, oh, I'm fat. Like, I should be flat ab. And then I just go, am I fat? And then, of course, well, no, you're not fat. Well, look at me. And then I'm like, well, look at mine. And, you know, we've all got that. Like, that's totally normal. Did you know that even the most skinny person, when they sit down, they have that there? Everybody has that.
Absolutely. It can be skin. It can be extra skin. It can be, you know, a little, I mean, I always tell Ashley, we birthed some children, and we held babies in our bellies, and whether you had a baby or not, it doesn't even matter. You know, our bodies are a beautiful thing, no matter what we look like, and we're all on different journeys and all that. I don't want to take from your thought though. So finish your thought on body positivity.
My whole thought was just teaching, you know, my kids that they're beautiful, they're adorable, and it doesn't matter what they do with their hair or how they dress. Like, they can have their own style. My son wanted to have this long, shaggy mullet, and it wasn't my preferred mullet. And I would joke with him and be like, "So you ready to cut that thing yet?"
But he looked so cute.
But also, like, dude, you're so cute, and look at you rocking that hairstyle.
Yeah, and he's his own little person, you know.
Yes,
I love that. And I think for me, body positivity, especially with my daughter, she's 9, and she's getting to that age where, you know, she's very into getting into makeup and skincare and all those things, which it's not a bad thing, but I also really instill in her, you don't need all that, you know. And half the time I don't have makeup on, and she's like, Mom, you should be wearing makeup. And I'm like, why? Why does it matter, you know? So I'm really trying to instill in her body positivity with feeling strong. She's in a lot of sports. She does karate. She does a lot of different sports. She loves lifting weights with me. She loves deadlifting. She loves to show off her deadlifting skills. For a 9-year-old to be deadlifting, it's pretty awesome. So, you know, it's more than her body weight. So for her body positivity is, look at these guns, Mom. And she'll go in the mirror and she's like, I am jacked right now. And like, she's, you know, a whole 60 pounds, but like, and she's been like that since she was little. So for her body positivity is her strength. And she gets on the scale, and I feel like a lot of people, obviously with the scale, it's a very negative thing. She's like, Mom, I gained 2 pounds. Yes. She's like, all that chicken, all that protein I ate last night. So like for her body positivity equals strength, empowerment. You know, I think she feels really good in her skin. You know, she deals a lot in life with her food allergies, and I think the sports and lifting and stuff is a way for her to kind of control her emotions and to feel really good in her body, even though she's a little bit different than the other kids, you know. So I think that's a really cool thing. And we're gonna get into complimenting and all that kind of stuff too when we compliment our kids. And I'll let you go first. But when it comes to appearance and complimenting, we try to go beyond just complimenting. I love to, obviously we talked about being proud of our children, and you know, we say a lot. I've said for years, you know, I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of you. I would say in the last 2 years, 3 years, I have changed. I'm so proud of you to, are you so proud of yourself? Because it really puts it into her court to be like, I'm so proud of myself. Like, I killed it today in karate, or I killed it today in baseball. And I'm like, are you so proud of yourself? She's like, I'm so proud of myself. So I think by doing that, it kind of switches putting it all on me to be so proud of her, which I am. And I always tell her I'm proud after she says she's proud of herself. But that's kind of a little change that I've done the past few years. So it doesn't just, the proudness doesn't just come from me, it's coming from herself. And I think that kind of sets kids up for life when it comes to that. So.
Yeah, I think that's really important. There are going to be times that our kids are not near us, that they're going to accomplish great things, that we're not going to be there to say, I'm so proud of you. And they need to be proud of themselves.
Yeah.
I think about when I was away at college for 4 years, and for the first time I wasn't living with my dad.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, I wouldn't talk to my dad on the phone every day. This was before cell phones were like unlimited everything. It was like nights and weekends only. And I had a landline that my roommate paid for, and then she got rid of it.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was like, how do I talk to people? So I didn't talk to my dad very much. But I would do things, and if I called and told him about it, he would tell me that he was proud, of course.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like teaching our kids to find that affirmation from within is so important.
It is.
I think we're doing it. I think we're doing it too. I think we are. And I do tell my kids that I'm proud of them all the time.
Yeah.
And I have a little void in my heart where there's someone in my life who never ever tells me they're proud of me that should. And I just think that's never going to be me. I'm always going to tell everyone that I'm proud of them. I tell you, I tell all
every
my
day.
friends. Like,
Tells me every day.
You tell me every day. I could be like, I didn't sleep in today. I got up at 8 a.m. and she'll be like, I'm so proud of you. I'm like, well, I did sleep till 10 yesterday. So
there are days that you
thank
sleep
very
in
much.
and you need sleep, and I'm like, I'm so proud of you for sleeping.
It's
But there's
true.
days that you get up early, you're like, I'm freaking rocking this day. I'm like, I'm so proud of you. So there's different proudness in those different areas. Sometimes you need extra sleep, and I'm like, yes.
I told you I was proud of you. There was a day that you slept a whole bunch, and I was proud of you.
That doesn't happen
So.
too often. So when
No,
it does,
it was
I'm
like, that's why when it did, I was like, oh my gosh.
like, I was like a solid 8 hours of sleep, and I was like,
But I'm not working right now, so.
hey.
So I was
You're off this
sleeping in.
week.
I'm off work this week. I've been unemployed since the end of April, and I've just been telling people like, I can handle that. I'm off work this week. I can do that.
You've been doing a lot. So she's in 2 bands. She's all over the place. She's crazy. You are very still busy.
My life has not slowed down. That is true.
Mm-mm.
But I have a little more free time during the days, and I decided today that starting tomorrow, I'm setting an alarm and I'm getting up early and I'm doing something productive. So I was trying for this job, and I went all the way to the end. I got all the way to the very last interview, and it was between me and one other person, and the other person got it. I found out last night. So I'm like, okay, now we job hunt.
Yeah.
So if anybody knows any customer experience management positions, so now I'm like, okay, I'm going to set an alarm. I'm going to get up early, and not early, but like I'll set an alarm for 8, log on by 8:30, spend a couple hours job hunting, doing that kind of stuff. So my sleeping in and might have to.
Well,
What
it's
if
okay.
we, like,
We
do a
have
little
2 more
wiggle?
sections to go. We got this.
True.
Our next subject, fitness tip of the week, or tip of every 2 weeks. So, and I've talked about this before in my own personal Facebook page. I don't think I've talked about it on this podcast, but my fitness tip, being a personal trainer and a group fitness coach, my biggest advice when it comes to working out in general, I think so many people are very intimidated by weight training and just weights in general, the gym, all that kind of stuff. In order to get in shape and to be healthy and to do all those things, you don't necessarily have to go to the gym. You don't have to do things that you don't want to do. So my biggest advice and my biggest tip of the week is to do things that bring you joy. Do movement, any type of movement every day. Yes, as humans, we should be moving. I don't tell my clients you have to get 10,000 steps a day. I don't tell them that. I say get outside, go for a walk, play with your kids, dance around the house, clean your house. Like, that is all activity. That's all movement. Do a twerking session, like, just get after it. You don't. Let's crack right out. You don't have to. To be honest, weight training. I will always say weight training is huge when it comes to longevity in life and bone mass and muscle mass and all those things. I am a big believer in that, even if it's only a couple days a week. Weight training is huge. But if you hate weight training, that's okay. There's so much out there in the world right now, and my biggest advice is just find something that brings you joy when it comes to movement and do that. And you can change it up. You can do yoga, you can do Pilates, you can go for walks, you can go, we're gonna start this challenge. I'll talk about this really quick. So she wanted a little bit more cardio. I despise cardio, but I'm like, you know what? We can do this together. So we are starting a challenge. If anyone wants to start this with us, we're gonna go for a 20-minute walk every day, no matter what. 20 minutes. In that 20 minutes, to add a little bit extra, getting our heart rate up and getting a little extra burn, we are going to add in some sprints. So we're gonna do a 2-minute walk and then a 15-second sprint as fast as you freaking can. Slow down, go for a nice walk. 2 minutes more, freaking sprint. So you do that for 20 minutes, you're gonna get a great workout. You're gonna get that heart rate up. It works. So if you need some cardio, that's what we're gonna be doing for the next month. So are we officially starting Monday? I feel like we're starting Monday. So if anyone wants to join us, let us know. That'd be really fun. I think just a little challenge to get us through the summer, and it'll be a good motivator. So we're gonna do that. So if anyone wants to join us, let us know.
Ooh, can I add one thing to that?
Yeah, of course.
So this is something that I came up with the other day. I don't have a lot of ideas that I didn't steal from someone, but I came up with this on my own, and I'm very proud of it, and I want to share it.
Mm-hmm.
So my daughter has band every day. Well, today was the last day, but it's from 10 to 10:45. And what I do is I drop her off at 10, and then I run errands, and I get gas, and I pick up something from the grocery store and whatever, and I pick her up. Or I just sit in my car and I play on my phone. And I don't have to take her on Wednesdays. I take her Monday, Tuesday, Thursday. Her dad takes her on Wednesdays. And on Tuesday, I was sitting there on my phone, and I saw these people walking. And I was like, look at those healthy people walking. If I was a healthy person, I'd be walking right now.
You are healthy.
But if I was making a healthy choice right now, I would be walking right now. But I continued sitting on my butt because I was working on a video for my band that is taking increasingly too much time. I still don't have it done. But I was like, once I get it done, I'll start walking. Well, I didn't walk. So, but I thought to myself, if I'm in a situation and I just ask, what would a healthy person do right now? I could just do that thing. Because like, if you really want to be healthy, you have to get enough sleep, you have to drink enough water, you have to do strength training however many days a week, you have to get so many steps, you have to drink so much water, I don't know if I said that, you have to eat healthy, you have to get your protein, you have to hit your macros, like there's all of these things, and it's so much. And so I'm like, if I just ask myself, what would a healthy person do right now? Like, a lot of times I'm neither hungry nor thirsty, and I sit down at 11 o'clock and I'm like, you know what I'm going to do right now? I'm going to drink a whole bottle of wine. A healthy person would not do that. No shame, no judges, right?
Yeah.
But like, or one habit that I've created recently is snacking at night on something incredibly unhealthy, even if I'm not hungry. I take it into my bed, you guys. 2 Little Debbie's in my bed. Or a whole can of Pringles in my bed, which would be amazing if I was hungry. I'm not hungry. I just like to eat shit. So, not literally eating shit. You eat pieces of shit for breakfast? Do you know that reference? It's from Happy Gilmore.
Oh,
I eat pieces of shit like you for breakfast. You eat pieces of shit for breakfast. Anyways, I like to eat garbage when I'm not even hungry. It's different when you are hungry, you've eaten your healthy stuff, and now you have a little allotment for your bullshit food that you're going to eat. That's not what I do. I say, I'm not hungry, I'm going to eat it all anyway. So, but if I think to myself, what would a healthy person do? A healthy person would not eat garbage because they are not hungry.
I get that.
It's different if you're hungry, you want the snack, and you deserve to treat yourself.
What about cutting it off after like 7 p.m. eating?
Oh, I can't do that. But that's a great idea for some people.
I try to cut it off after a certain time. It's that way, I mean, that way you can still eat a little bit right before you're done.
Well, I do know people who do that. They just do intermittent fasting.
Yeah.
and just having certain hours they can
Yeah.
eat whatever they want
Mhm.
because if you're only eating
You're
in
in
a
that
small
window.
window of time, you're likely to eat less calories.
You're gonna make that's the thing that with when it comes to intermittent fasting in general, you're in a calorie deficit because you're not eating as much food. You're in a smaller window. A lot of times you're skipping breakfast. I do not skip breakfast.
We don't skip meals at all.
I wake up hungry, so
I dated a guy who did intermittent fasting, and he did it so he could drink as much beer as he wanted. And he would skip lunch. And he was a, I don't want to say what his job was.
He worked at a high school, so he was up.
At like 5:30, and he was to the school by like 6:45.
and
And he would not eat all day until dinner. And
No.
he would eat whatever he wanted, and he would drink as
No.
much beer as he wanted.
No.
That is super unhealthy.
That sounds like my worst nightmare.
It's really good.
Absolutely not.
I don't necessarily eat breakfast,
That's
especially if
bad.
I slept in.
Yeah.
I'm not hungry first thing in the morning. It usually
Yeah.
takes me a couple hours to get hungry.
Yeah.
So if I'm up by 5, I'm hungry by 8.
Yeah.
But if I'm up at 9:30, I'm not gonna be hungry till lunch.
No.
But I'm not gonna not eat every once in a while. I won't eat till like 4 or 5.
So hungry.
But it's
all
like
the
because
time.
I'm doing house projects and I'm just busy, whatever.
Yeah.
But now I'm trying to do protein shakes.
Mhm. My phone is not charging and it's going dead soon, so
We do
got
have it
this.
plugged into a charger. It's just not working.
It's just not working. So let's talk about really quick getting ready for the day and how it affects you if you get ready for the day.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna have you talk about this one because I'm working on this. I'm trying to get there. I went from the corporate world. I had dress every day. I got dressed every day, makeup, hair. I tried to look presentable as much as I could. I worked in plastic surgery for years, dermatology, neurology. I always had to look very put together. Now I'm a trainer and I train people all day. So I don't from home. So I don't love getting ready because who cares? But
I love to get ready every day. Feel is good.
yeah.
And so I will trees and I don't know if you can like message
No,
her on
that's
Facebook.
fine.
Okay, from my phone. I woke up yesterday morning and I worked on tree trimming.
Mm-hmm.
And I went to did I go to the gym? No. I did. I went to the gym. I did tree trimming and stuff, and then I went to the gym, and then I did, I went for a walk. Like, I did a whole bunch of, so I'm like, the whole day, I posted like 3 TikToks yesterday,
Mm-hmm.
and I have no makeup on, I'm sweaty, my hair's in a ponytail, I'm in a t-shirt,
Mm-hmm.
in all of them. And I have days that I do that, and I'm comfortable in my own skin, but I don't feel my best when I look in the mirror, and I feel like, as Laura would say, a gremlin. And so then the next day, I'm like, okay, today I'm getting ready. I'm doing the good shower. I'm styling my hair. I'm putting on something cute.
Yeah.
And then all day I walk around and I just feel like $1,000,000. I've got lashes on today. I got a spray tan, like the works. And not that you
Good.
need those things
But you feel good.
but it makes me feel better and I feel
Yeah.
more put together and I feel more myself. And so I decided, when I started working from home during COVID, I decided I was going to still get ready every day.
Mm-hmm.
And not every day, but do my hair and my makeup, or just actively decide I'm going to have a lazy day.
Yeah.
Instead of the lazy day being the norm. And I just feel much better.
I'm working on it. I'm working on it. I think the challenge for me is I have my daughter with me all day while I also am training people all day. So myself gets a little put on the back burner. So that's okay. It's
But
okay.
once in a while, you're like, I've got plans, and you know what? I'm
Yeah.
doing it up today.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a good once a month thing for me. Or podcast day. I try to get together a little bit, but for the most part, I'm gonna get there though. Gosh.
For me, it's when I have a
get
gig
there.
and when I have a podcast.
Yeah.
Or if I have plans to go out and do something in the evening.
Yeah.
But if I'm just home working on the house, going to the grocery store, cooking dinner for my kids,
Yeah.
they don't need the whole done up me. My daughter doesn't even necessarily like when I do this like special curl thing to get my curls to be perfect, and she's like, do you ever try not doing that? Just scrunching your hair?
No, but okay.
So I've been trying that lately, and I don't like it nearly as much, but I'm like, okay, now that my hair's longer, it actually kind of works. It's not as bad as it used to be when it was short and I would scrunch it. It was like, ugh.
So pretty.
Getting there.
Let's talk about events before my phone dies. Let's talk about this. Events around T-Town coming up.
So there's some really fun stuff. Tomorrow night, my country band, north of Nashville, the band I'm a part of, we will be at Hollywood Casino in Toledo. And we start at 8 o'clock, but at 7:30, they're having a line dancing instructor. And she's going to teach people line dances to some of the songs that we do.
That's
They
awesome.
did that at Party in the Park a few weeks ago, and it was a big hit. And then when we got to those songs, the whole crowd knew the line dance, and so that was really neat.
I love that.
And then Saturday, if you're less into country and you're more into like dance pop music, Pop's Garage, my other band, the other band I'm a part of, we are going to be at the Ottawa River Yacht Club Regatta. And that's going to be downtown at the Ottawa River Yacht Club. And that starts at 7 until 11. And so that's going to be really cool.
Awesome.
Another big event that's happening tomorrow, if you're less into country and you're trying to live up the summer experience, Party in the Park is featuring Arctic Clam tomorrow. And my friend Kat is filling in with them on bass. I'm like 99% sure she's playing bass tomorrow.
That's a free event. So you just go and hang out, and they have food trucks and drinks, and you can just hang out and listen to some music, and it's so beautiful, especially in the summertime. Go and get outside, listen to some music.
Yeah, Promenade Park starting at 6.
Yep.
And then why don't you talk about what Eric's doing?
Eric Strayer, our boy, Eric Strayer, he's going to be at Home Slice on July 20th, I believe. He said 7 p.m. I have to double check the time, but he'll be doing some comedy. He is a jack of all trades, and he does some comedy on the side, and he's such an amazing human person. So if you are free on July 20th, go see him. It's a Sunday. So highly recommend going to see him. I will be going. Can you go?
I don't know. Probably.
I'm going to go eat some pizza. I love Home Slice, so go get some pizza. Go listen to Eric and have some fun. Why not?
I will say, I saw his stand-up when he was at Chevy's. It was very funny.
He's funny. He is funny as shit. So you're going to go laugh and eat some great pizza. Home Slice, July 20th.
It's a win. It's a home run.
Yep, absolutely. All right, guys. So in 2 weeks, we're going to be so organized, and we're going to have our mics figured out. And
we're going to start on time.
We're going to start on time. It'll be fine.
We're going to have a sound person on site so that when the sound that we had working correctly prior to the show goes wrong, we have someone who can fix it.
Help! We got this.
Oh, shout out to Andy Miller for getting it all set up, even though it wasn't working. And then a shout out to Scott Sands for coming over and figuring out why it stopped working, even though it's not working again. But they both had it working. They both came over and took time out of their schedule to physically come here and set things up. It's just that my computer hates me.
He hates us, isn't he? He
hates
hates us.
Computer. I should name it.
What do you want to call it?
I can't say it on the air.
Do you want to?
My most recent painful ex.
Okay. Yeah, don't. That's okay. We'll get there. Cheers, everyone. Thank you for watching. We will see you in 2 weeks. And Thursday, 2 weeks from now at 8 p.m. It'll be 8 p.m. because we will be ready to roll.
Yes,
so
we will.
Thank you guys for watching, though. We appreciate you.
And we love you.
Love you. Have the best night.
Bye.
Bye, guys.